Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's forum on digestion and absorption in animal, how it all works. I'm Nuhidayah binti Abdul Rahman, your moderator for this session. Joining us today are three distinguished panelists who will help us explore the fascinating processes of digestion and nutrient absorption across different species. Let me introduce them. Panelist 1, please start.
Thank you, Ms. Hidayah. I am Cheng Yi, a veterinary specialist in monogastric animals. My expertise lies in understanding the digestive system of species like pigs, horses, and cats. I will be discussing how these animals efficiently digest and absorb nutrients through their simple, single-chamber stomachs.
Thank you, Ms. Chua. Next, we have panelist 2.
Thank you for our moderator. My name is Mr. Muhammad Najib Iman bin Nasir. I'm specializing in ruminant digestion. My research focus on cattle, sheep, and goats, particularly how their multi-chamber stomachs and microbial fermentation help them extract nutrients from fibrous plant materials.
Okay, finally, we have the last panelist.
Thank you to our moderator. I'm Laron Yusi, a poultry nutritionist focusing on avian species such as chickens, squirrel, and turkeys. I study how birds' unique digestive structures like the crop, proventriculus, and gizzard allow them to efficiently process feed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all the panelists. In this session, we will discuss the unique features of the digestive system in monogastric, ruminant, and avian species and how they efficiently process and absorb nutrients. It is said that absorption is the passage of digested nutrients through the gut wall, while digestive process include mechanical, chemical, and enzymatic processes. After the panel discussion, we will have time for Q&A session. So please prepare your questions. Let's get started. To begin, I'd like to ask each panelist to share their insights on the anatomy and physiology of the digestive system in their respective focus areas. Ms. Chua, would you like to start?
Sure. Thank you, Ms. Hidayah. Before I share about it, let me show the video about monogastric animals which have a single chamber stomachs.
Fiber. The main parts of a pig's digestive system include the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestines, large intestines, and rectum. Food enters the digestive tract through the mouth, where the mechanical breakdown of food begins. Teeth chew and grind food into smaller particles. The saliva moistens and softens the food particles, while an enzyme starts the digestion of starch. Saliva also contains digestive enzymes. The tongue pushes food toward the esophagus that carries the food to the stomach. Enzymes in the stomach begin to break food components such as carbohydrates, protein, and fats into smaller molecules. A few of these molecules are absorbed from the stomach into the bloodstream, but most pass to the small intestine where further breakdown takes place. The large surface area provided by villi in the digestive tract helps to absorb nutrients into the blood and lymph. Villi are small finger-like projections on the inner wall of the intestinal wall. The next step in the digestive tract is the large intestine. Its main function is to absorb water from the digested food material. The terminal part of the large intestine is called the rectum. This part of the large intestine expels the waste products of digestion through the anus. Animals have different digestive systems. The monogastric digestive system found in mammals is a system designed to get food in the body, digest the food, and absorb the nutrients necessary to live.
So the video show that the digestive system start with the mouth as well as the esophagus and continue through the stomach to small and large intestines. Also, The major sites of digestion and absorption in monogastric animals is the small intestines. It is composed of three distinct regions: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The duodenum is the point of entry for secretions such as bile from the gallbladder and secretion from the pancreas. Enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver play crucial roles here. It's breaking down the carbohydrates, protein, and fats for efficient absorption into the bloodstreams. The liver also plays a role in detoxification of different metabolites as well as storage for many vitamins and minerals. That's all for me. I will pass back to the moderator.
Thank you, Ms. Chuang. Very interesting facts about the digestive system of the monogastric animal, where actually their organ is quite similar to the human. But how about the digestive system of ruminants? By that, Mr. Najmi, can you share about the ruminants?
Sure. Same as Miss Chua, I will show you about video digestive system in ruminants.
They have 4 stomach compartments. When they eat, the plant materials are swallowed and then held in the first and second compartments, where bacteria and other microorganisms start breaking down the food. The first compartment is called the rumen, and the second is the reticulum. Generally, when the animal is resting, they bring the contents back up into their mouths. This is called cud. Ruminants then chew the cud again, breaking it down into a finer mush. The food is then swallowed and then moved into the first and second compartments for more digestion. Next, the food moves into the third chamber, or the oceum, where water is taken out. The oceum is kind of like a sieve. It filters and sends back to the rumen those particles that are too big for further breakdown. Finally, what's left moves into the fourth compartment, called the aboceum, where digestion is complete.
And so when we study what happens from that true stomach or the fourth stomach all the way to what comes out of the end, everything that happens in cattle is exactly the same as what happens in humans.
To test the impact of different types of diets on the nutrient supply, production performance, and health of these animals, Teresa uses cannulated cows. These cows have surgically fitted cannula. It's put in place after a hole is made in their first stomach. It doesn't really bother the cow, and these animals live a normal life, except they get really good medical care and their food intake is carefully studied.
And so to just open the plugs, we just press inside. And the plug goes in, and then we just grab it. And at this point, we have access right into the rumen. And so as you can see, we already have digesta in there. So this is stuff they have been eating all morning.
During the digestive process, the stomach contents begin to ferment. Microbes
Okay, so certainly, for ruminant like cows and sheep have a unique multi-chamber stomach consisting of the rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. The rumen hosts microbial fermentation, breaking down fibrous plant materials into volatile fatty acids, which are absorbed as an energy source. The reticulum has regurgitated food for rechewing, while the omasum absorbs water and nutrients. The abomasum functions similarly to the monogastric stomach, completing the digestion of protein before nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine.
Excellent overview, Mr. Najmi. We can see that there are differences in the digestive system of monogastric and ruminant, particularly the stomach, where monogastric have only a simple stomach, while ruminant have 4 stomachs. I wonder what kind of digestive system that the other species had. Please, Mr. Leron, what about its species?
Thank you. Birds have a highly specialized digestive system tailored to their lightweight psychology. Food enters the crop for storage, then moves to the proventriculus for enzymatic digestion. The gizzard, a muscular organ, grinds the food using ingested git. Nutrient absorption occurs in the small intestine, with the ceca playing a role in fermentation, but digestion is rapid and efficient, supporting their high metabolic needs. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. While the monogastric and ruminant differ in the structure of the stomach, avian have a unique storage of feed called crop. Thank you, panelists. Now let's move to the reaction stage. Panelists, feel free to share your thoughts or respond to each other's point. I would love to hear from Ms. Chua first. What is your point of view about ruminants or the avian digestive?
Well, I find it fascinating how ruminants rely on microbial fermentation to derive energy from cellulose. Monogastric systems lack this capability, but our enzymatic approach is highly efficient for starch-based diets. What do you think, Mr. Nashmi?
Absolutely, Ms. Chua. One point I will add in the monogastric excel in enzymatic digestion, ruminant microbiome symbiosis allows them to thrive on fibrous diet, which will be indigestible for monogastrics. How about you, Mr. Aaron?
I'd like to add that avian systems share some similarities with monogastrics regarding enzymatic digestion, but the mechanical role of the gizzard sets birds apart. It's a brilliant adaptation for species without teeth.
Ms. Chua, I noticed you nodding during Mr. Aaron's comments. Would you like to expand on that or share your perspective?
Well, I agree with Mr. Riron. The efficiencies of avian digestion, despite its simplicity, is remarkable, particularly how quickly the birds process food to meet their metabolic demands.
All right, thank you, Ms. Chua. Now let's talk about feed efficiency. Feed efficiency is critical for farmers and producers because it affects both cost and productivity. How do monogastric, ruminant, and avian species differ in their feed efficiency? Again, please, Ms. Chua.
Okay, so monogastric animals like poultry are generally more feed efficient when provided with high quality, easily digestible feed. They don't have the capability to digest fibrous materials like ruminants, so their feed needs to be energy dense and well formulated.
Interesting. How about the rest of you? Can you share about it too?
For ruminants, on the other hand, excel at converting low-quality fibrous feeds into usable energy through microbial fermentation. In the rumen, however, their feed efficiency is lower than monogastric due to the energy loss in methane production and prolonged digestion time.
That's a fascinating angle. Let's hear from Mr. Aaron.
In avian species, especially poultry, feed efficiency is extremely high. Birds have a rapid digestive process and can convert feed to body mass quickly. The gizzard plays a crucial role in maximizing feed efficiency by grinding feed to increase its digestibility. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aaron. What are some common digestive disorders or challenges that affect this species and how can they impact feed efficiency and nutrient absorption? Please, anyone.
Oh, let me share about it. One of the most common digestive disorders in monogastric is gastric ulcers, especially in pigs. This can result from stress or poor feeding management. Also cause reduced feed intake and poor weight gain. Another issue is diarrhea caused by the pathogen or dietary imbalance, which can lead to dehydration and poor nutrient absorption. Both of these disorders can significantly impact the growth performance. Also, The colitis and diarrhea are common too. This can drastically reduce the nutrient absorption and overall productivity.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Chua. I agree that the external factors like you have mentioned, such as stress and poor feeding management, are really impacted health status of the animal. How about the rest of you?
Ruminants face unique challenges like blood, acidosis, and ruminal infection. These issues arise when there imbalance in the rumen microbiota or when the diet is too rich in fermentable carbohydrates. Acidosis can lead to decreased milk production, weight loss, and even death in the several cases. How about avian, Mr. Liron?
For avian species, digestive issues like coccidiosis and sauerkraut are common. Coccidiosis caused by parasitic protozoa affects the intestinal lining, reducing nutrient absorption and causing weight loss. Proper feed management and hygiene are essential to prevent these issues.
All right, just now, each panelist had shared about the feed efficiency that also impacts on productivity of the animal. Now, let's discuss the role of gut microbiota in the digestive systems of this animal. How important are gut microbes in enhancing nutrient absorption? I would love to hear from Ms. Chua.
Well, in monogastric, gut microbiota plays a critical role in breaking down the complex carbohydrates, reducing the short chains fatty acids, and supporting the immune functions. For example, probiotics are often added to pig diets to improve the gut health and nutrient absorption. So, share more about it, guys.
For ruminants, have a symbiotic relationship with their gut microbes, particularly in the rumen. The microbial population ferments fibrous material into volatile fatty acid, which provide energy for the animal. Without a healthy microbial population, ruminant cannot efficiently digest their feed. So, Mr. Liron, you may share yours.
In avian species, the microbiota helps with the digestion of fibrous materials, supports immune function, and prevents pathogenic infections. There is ongoing research on using probiotics and prebiotics in poultry feed to enhance gut health and nutrient absorption. So let's watch the video how gut microbiota affecting chicken growth. Based on the video that we already watched, the intestinal microbiota in young chickens plays a crucial role in their growth by influencing intestinal inflammation and overall health. A balanced and diverse microbiota can enhance nutrient absorption, improve gut health, and reduce inflammation, all of which contribute to better growth performance. Conversely, an imbalanced microbiota can lead to increased inflammation and impaired growth. Therefore, managing and optimizing the microbiota in young chickens is essential for promoting their growth and health. Thank you.
Great overview from our panelists. We can conclude that the role of microbe in the gut is very important to ensure the absorption of nutrients. Okay, now let's conclude by discussing innovative feed practices. What strategies can farmers implement to enhance digestive efficiency in these species?
I would like to share first. So, for monogastric, precision feeding tailoring the diets to the specific needs of the animal, which can optimize the nutrient intake. Using the feed additive like enzyme, probiotics, and prebiotics can also improve the gut health and feed efficiency.
Thank you, Ms. Chua. How about ruminants? What are the strategies that farmers can implement, Mr. Najib? Sorry, your mic is mute.
Sorry. For ruminants, optimizing forage quality and using feed additive to balance rumen pH can prevent disorders like acidosis. There are also growing interest in reducing methane emission by modifying the rumen microbial population through dietary changes.
Okay, how about again, Mr.
While for poultry, using alternative protein sources such as insect-based meals and incorporating enzyme supplements can improve feed efficiency. Precision feeding systems that monitor the bird's weight and feed intake in real time are also becoming popular.
Wonderful discussion. Now we will move on to the Q&A session. Here's a question for all of you. The question is, how do these different digestive systems adapt to dietary changes or stresses such as illness or environmental factors?
For me, monogastric animals adapt through the dietary supplementations, such as aiding the enzymes or probiotic to support the digestion under stress. Stress management is also crucial to maintain the gut integrity. How about the others?
For ruminants, microbial population can shift in response to dietary changes, but abrupt changes can cause issues like acidosis. Properly transitioning diets help maintain a balanced microbiome. How about you, Mr. Leroy?
Birds often rely on nutrient-dense diets, and changes in feed composition can impact gut health. Supplementing with prebiotics and probiotics can support their resilience.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aaron. Let's move it on. Ms. Chua, what would you say are the main challenges in feeding monogastric animals like pig or cats?
So one of the key challenges is ensuring the balanced amino acid intake. Unlike the ruminants, monogastric can't synthesize certain amino acid from microbes in their gut, so we have to provide them directly through their diets. Another challenge is energy density. Monogastric diets needs to be carefully formulated to ensure the animals get enough energy without excess, which could lead to obesity.
Thank you, Ms. Chua. Fun fact is, I just know that actually animals also can get obese if not being fed appropriately. Okay, Mr. Najmi, just now, Ms. Chua has mentioned that ruminants have mechanisms that help them effectively break down the feed. But a common issue related to ruminants is the emission of methane from their waste. Based on your expert, why do ruminants produce methane during digestion, and are there any ways to reduce it?
Great question. Ruminants produce methane as a byproduct of microbial fermentation in the rumen. The microbes responsible for breaking down fibrous plant material release methane as part of their metabolic process. To reduce methane emissions, researchers are developing feed additives like red algae or essential oils that inhibit methane-producing microbes. Adjusting the ratio of the forage to concentrates can also help to reduce emissions.
I see. So the rumor about the emission of methane from the ruminant animal is true, but there is also a solution and alternative that farmers can make to reduce the emission. Okay, Mr. Aaron. Every species, especially poultry, have a fast digestion process. How does it affect how we feed them?
Indeed, birds have a very fast metabolic rate, and their digestive tract is relatively short. This means that their feed needs to be highly digestible and energy dense. The presence of the crop and gizzard plays a key role in breaking down food quickly. Because of this rapid digestion, we need to provide multiple small meals throughout the day to ensure they are getting a constant supply of nutrients.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aaron. I can say that though the avian species are smaller in size compared to monogastric and ruminants, they have their own specialties suitable to their size of body in absorbing the nutrients from the feed. Okay, Mr. Najmi, could you explain how the gut microbiota affects nutrient absorption in monogastric, ruminant, and species? Your mic.
Okay, sorry. Certainly, in ruminants, gut microbes are critical for breaking down cellulose and converting it into volatile fatty acids that the animal can absorb. In monogastrics, the microbiome plays a role in producing short-chain fatty acids and sanitizing certain vitamins in birds. Gut bacteria also help to maintain a healthy immune system and improve feed efficiency. The balance of gut microbiota is crucial. Any imbalance can lead to digestive disorder and poor nutrient absorption.
All right, thank you, Mr. Najmi. So the role of gut microbe is very essential in the digestive system that affect the nutrient absorption in any kind of species. Mr. Aaron, could you share some innovative feeding practices that are improving digestion across different species?
Okay, one innovation is the use of enzymes in animal feeds. For example, phytase is an enzyme that helps monogastrics break down phytic acid, which locks up phosphorus in plant-based feeds. Another innovation is the use of probiotics and prebiotics to support a healthy gut microbiota. We are also seeing the adoption of precision feeding systems which tailor the diet to the specific needs of individual animals based on their growth stage and health status.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aaron. I hope the innovation that you have mentioned, such as the enzyme, probiotics, and prebiotics, are helpful to our audience in the animal practices. Ms. Chua, can you explain the digestion by dietary components for monogastric animals?
Sure. For carbohydrates, they are primarily digested by the pancreatic and amylase in the small intestines. For proteins, they are digested in the stomach by enzyme pepsin and small intestine by enzyme trypsin and chymotrypsins. While for the lipids, it must be emulsified by the bile salts before they can be broken down in the small intestine by pancreatic lipase. The breaking down of triglycerides are coated with the protein and absorbed into the lymphatic system.
Thank you, Ms. Chua, for the clarification. The explanation is clear and concise. Mr. Leron, how can farmers optimize carcass yield in poultry through feed practices?
Carcass yield is heavily influenced by protein quality and energy levels in the diet. To optimize it, farmers need to ensure the right balance of amino acids, fats, and carbohydrates, including essential vitamins and minerals, also ensures that the birds grow properly without deficiencies. Using fast feeding, adjusting the diet based on the bird's growth stage is a key strategy to optimize carcass yield. Thank you.
Okay, so I can say that animal nutrition is very essential to their yield, where an adequate amount of nutrients needed by the body give a positive outcome to the growth performance and stuff. Thank you, Mr. Leron. We are aware that the output from the animal is towards the environment. So, Mr. Najmi, what is the environmental impact of these digestive systems and how can we mitigate?
For ruminant have the highest environmental impact because of methane emission. To mitigate this, farmers can use feed additives that reduce methane or adjust the feed consumption. Monogastric like pigs have a lower footprint, but feed sourcing can be an issue. For poultry, the main concern is the sustainability of feed ingredient like soybean meal. We can mitigate this impact by using alternative protein and reducing feed waste.
Thank you for your answers. One final last question. What are the latest advancements or technologies aiding our understanding of digestion and absorption species? Back to this chart.
In my opinion, advances in microbiome research and gut health monitoring have provided insight into the optimizing monogastric diets for better health and productivity. Will you guys like to share your thoughts too?
Precision feeding system and real-time rumen monitoring are revolutionizing how we manage ruminants' nutritional needs. How about you, Mr. Leron?
Yeah, for avian species, innovations in feed formulation and enzyme supplementation have significantly improved nutrient utilization and feed efficiency. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, panelists, for your insightful contributions. Lots of inputs and knowledge from the forum today on topic digestion and absorption in animals, how it all works. Before we end, I would like to recap some information that has been delivered by our panelists today. We talk about monogastric animals like pigs and cats, ruminants like cows and avian like birds. Each of the species have their own unique digestive system that helps them in nutrient absorption from the feed, where monogastric has a single chamber, ruminant have multi-chambered, called rumen, reticulum, omesum, and epimesum, while avian have gizzard. I hope the audience enjoyed and could benefit from the talk today. This brings us to the end of our session. Thank you to our audience for joining us today, and special thanks to our panelists for sharing their expertise. Have a wonderful day.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dah stop ke?
Dah. Kejap lagi mati lah ni.
Berapa minit?
Tak tahu lah, rasa 40 minit ke.
Tak apa. Kan macam ada delay juga kan tadi.
Jadi mati ni.
Lepas tu?
Sekejap
Okay
tunggu.
beres.
Less than 1 minute ni. Jadi mati ni.
Gambar sekali. Gambar sekali cepat tu.
Gambar lah.
Print screen.